not about politics. This is not about political parties. It is about students, our campuses being safe from violent threats. Okay, and it doesn't matter what organization it comes from. Campuses are supposed to be safe from any kind of threat. Nobody, no matter who you are, no matter what association, organization you belong to, cannot threaten women with rape. That cannot happen. We don't want any hooliganism in the country. That is in our universities and in the country, and that is about it.
कुछ लड़के उनके पीछे पड़ गए हैं और बार बार उनको रेप की थ्रेट्स दिए जा रहे हैं। ये बहुत ही ज्यादा शर्मनाक है और हम लोग ये ट्रेंड देख रहे हैं आजकल कि जिसका मन आता है सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर वो महिलाओं के ऊपर अभद्र टिप्पणी करते हैं, गलत तरीके की भाषा इस्तेमाल करते हैं और इतनी उनकी दबंगई हो गई है कि खुलेआम रेप करने की धमकियों पे धमकियां देते हैं।
देखिए, अगर गुरमेहर कौर को अगर रेप थ्रेट आ रहे तो वो मैं उनसे कहना चाहता हूं कि जिसने भी उनको दिया है आप प्लीज उनकी कंप्लेंट कीजिए अगर ऐसा कुछ है, लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ये सब एक सोच समझी साजिश है और गुरमेहर कौर एक आईएसआर एक्टिविस्ट है जो कि इस मामले में शामिल है और ये बड़ी शर्मसार कर देती है कि वो इस तरह अपने पिताजी का नाम यूज कर रही है, उन्हें बदनाम कर रही है।
Well, after a social media campaign against the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, or the ABVP, recently went viral, Gurmehar Kaur, who's held up a notice saying that she is not scared of the ABVP. That was the notice she held up in her first viral upload. After which, this was the second upload that she had put up a year ago, asking for peace. She has now received the most gruesome, horrific death and rape threats on Twitter and on Facebook from people whose profiles are obviously visible. And she would not be the first. Any woman in any sort of public life in our country is constantly receiving these kind of threats. Is the police not taking it seriously? Is it not a crime? And whatever her opinion may be about any sort of position she's taking, does that give anyone the right to threaten her with rape and murder? That's the question we're asking tonight. Our phone lines are open. Vikram Singh, former DGP of UP, joins me on the show. Abha Singh, lawyer and activist. Naveen Chaumal is also a senior advocate. Kavita Krishnan is the secretary of the AIPWA, and Sandeep Singh is an author and a consultant. Yogita Bayana is a social activist. I'm going to go to Kavita Krishnan. Kavita Krishnan, would you please share with us instances that you might have faced personally in the past where these sort of threats are made by people whose profiles are obviously visible and available for the police to see, but no action is taken? Kavita.
Yes, it has happened to me more than once, in fact too many times to count. I have tried complaining to the police also, but I find that unfortunately the Delhi police is sympathetic to people who make rape threats as long as they are of a certain political persuasion, as long as they are considered to have the hand of the ruling party on their heads. And I say this with a lot of sorrow and anguish and as well as anger. Because I think that, the idea that you can shut a woman up by threatening her with rape is a very, it has an old lineage, such an idea, okay? Savarkar also wrote about it in his book, where he said that rape should be used as a weapon of war. And because these young people in the ABVP who are being carcerized, who are being told that they have to behave like goons, and that this is nationalism, that this is patriotism, I feel very sad for my country on such a day. Because I feel that a country should be a place where there should be, the more vibrant dissent there is, the more differing voices there are, and you can disagree.
Absolutely.
There are lots of people who may not agree with Gurmehar Kaur and what she has said. She has come to a certain position, she has a certain understanding about war and peace, and she's saying something as a young person who is forming her own opinions as a citizen of this country. And so are so many other young people. I think that for them to be able to talk it out, debate it out, argue it out, that is what we need. But to issue threats of rape or to take rocks or stones to them and attack them, that is a very dangerous kind of hooliganism and danger. Let me just share one instance which I personally faced. When I was invited to Lucknow University campus to give a talk on the attacks on women's freedoms and against honor killings, I was attacked by the ABVP there, who called me anti-national and who made rape threats there as well to myself as well as to other young women students there. There were a far larger number of common students. There was only a small handful of ABVP people. But the university buckled before them, the police also buckled before them, which is why a talk on women's rights and freedoms couldn't be held. I'm afraid to say that the ABVP is afraid of bold women. And I think that anyone who makes such threats, be it ABVP, be it anyone else of any political persuasion, if they threaten women, if you're threatening a woman with rape to shut her up, it means you're scared of her ideas.
But more importantly, Kavita Krishnan, if you're threatening a woman with rape, you are a criminal. And there is no two ways about it. Abha Singh, we're seeing this happen far too often, where outspoken women are being threatened with rape on social networking. And the hammer must come down very, very hard on this to prove that as per our constitution, as per the IPC, this is a crime. But it doesn't seem like anybody cares that it's a crime right now, Abha Singh.
Exactly. This has to be treated with utmost seriousness. You cannot threaten anybody with rape. It is an offence, and rightly so under the IPC. 506 of the Indian Penal Code, criminal intimidation, clearly talks of that if you threaten of a crime which has imprisonment of life or death, then the punishment is 7 years. I think all these people who have been threatening Gurmehar with rape should be arrested by the Delhi police immediately and should not be given bail at any cost. But what is even worse, that no action is taken by police. It tries to just look the other way, and that is the reason that openly threatening girls and women has increased. In fact, if you see acid attack, these acid attacks are usually done by men or friends who are thwarted, who are not given lift, and the result is acid attack. If police at the right time would have helped them, arrested these goons, such attacks would have not happened. So I think in this case, an exemplary punishment must be meted out to these people who are threatening, so that nobody has the guts or courage to quieten a woman. Just because you don't like what she is speaking, you cannot threaten her like this. It is a gross violation of law, and I'm surprised that why Delhi police has not arrested these students or whoever they are for this offence.
Vikram Singh, Abha Singh is very right. Under section 506, maximum 2 years jail and fine. But if the particular comment that is made talks about the chastity of a woman, then the penalty is 7 years jail and fine. So it's very clear in the constitution, in the letter of the law, that this is a criminal act. And I want to play on your screen, and we've blocked out the words because they're horrible. There are some of these posts, Vikram Singh, where these people, these barely qualify as human beings, have put out very, very clear descriptions of not only how they will hurt her, by the step-by-step descriptions on how they will go about it. Now, you tell me, Vikram Singh, that if the police had the intention of picking up these cyberbullies and showing them the law, could they have not done it by now, because their names and their photographs are available on these posts?
Absolutely, Faith. There is no reason why the police should not have reacted by now. Any professional police force should have registered a case by now. And not only under 506 of the IPC, I would also recommend section 67 of the IT Act, read with other sections of law. And I would also invoke the provisions of the National Security Act. Nothing can condone this kind of depravity, and whatever be the politics, the Constitution empowers me to make distinct choices in respect of my political inclinations.
But Vikram Singh, section 66A is dead because it was being misused by the police.
67. I said 67, not 66A. I said 67, not 66A. I am aware of the fact Supreme Court has struck down section 66A, but I was talking of section 67. And the police, if it chooses to, they can apply any number of sections, and I could quote another dozen sections to you. Section 67 also publicly transmitting sexually explicit material on the net is also punishable under Section 67.
Right.
And I would also say...
In fact, Vikram Singh, you're so right. And right now, Abhishek Verma, president of the Delhi University unit of the ABVP, joins me on the phone line. Abhishek Verma, thank you for joining us. Abhishek Verma, Gurmehar is the daughter of a Kargil war hero. Isn't she a brave young woman for coming out right now and addressing the media and saying very, very clearly that even if you disagree with me, it does not give you the right to threaten me. She's making her father very proud today because she's displaying a certain amount of bravery in standing up to the people who are bullying her, Abhishek Verma. Aren't you proud of a daughter like that India has a daughter like that, Abhishek Verma?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody is proud of her. And it's only ABVP who always respect the Indian soldiers who are serving at the borders. And we always say that those who are serving at the borders, they are showing the highest level of epitome of patriotism. ABVP never says that the soldiers are serving there for the livelihood like other organizations does. So we respect her. But the point made by her, really, that is questionable because she is making an allegation on other people. She's making an allegation on us that it was we who did some sort of misbehavior with her. That is completely wrong.
No, what is the allegation she made? She said she is not afraid of you. You want people to be afraid of you, Abhishek Verma? She said, I am not scared of the ABVP.
You respect soldiers, you respect martyrs, but you don't respect women. You don't have any audacity how to behave with the women. She has come out and your president is saying that, you know, she is just taking a limelight.
Kavita Krishnan responds to Abhishek Verma.
Why are the panelists not allowing one panelist to speak properly?
One second. Abhishek Verma.
What is this going on?
Miss Kavita, let me first complete my...
You see, Abhishek,
He's speaking only ideologically. You are trying to obstruct him. Why are you doing it? FIP is as to maintain decorum. Let them speak when the turn comes.
1 second. I am the moderator of this panel.
Yes,
Kavita Krishnan has a question for Abhishek Verma. Abhishek Verma.
Abhishek
Verma. 1 second.
I just hear my name being...
This is the problem. You always suppress women when they want to
What
talk.
suppress? You are talking out of turn.
1 second. 1 second.
What turn?
Kavita Krishnan has a question from Abhishek. Naveen Chomal, you are talking out of turn.
Yes.
Kavita Krishnan has a question for Abhishek Verma. Kavita Krishnan, please go ahead.
Yeah, Abhishek, you see, you know, on social media as well as even in the clip you played just before the show, Abhishek, just hang on, we'll listen to you as well. The clip showed ABVP person saying that Gurmehar Kaur is a member of ISA. Actually, she is not. She is not a member of any organization really. But my point is, what if she were? Does it mean that your members are justifying a rape threat as long as a woman is a member of a left organization? What are you trying to say? Because the issue out here is, and I'm afraid it isn't just the, you know, has the ABVP held any protest about the rape threats to Gurmehar Kaur? I haven't heard of any such. All right. So in fact, you people have joined the rape threateners in bad-mouthing Gurmehar, in trying to imply that she is anti-national, that her views are anti-national, that she's shaming her father. You know, that is really shameful. If you don't agree with her, have the guts to debate with her. But how on earth can your friends threaten her with rape?
Abhishek Verma, no one will interrupt you now. Please answer the question.
Thank you. First of all, my very own point is like, and I am saying it on the behalf of my organization, that ABVP respects each and every woman of the society. We never ever threat anybody, and we always say that they have their own share and we should respect for their own pie of the share in the society. Second thing, what video you showed in the starting of this show, I couldn't see that because I just joined it. So I am really not aware about whom you are making this allegation, that who pointed out her and who threatened her about raping. Whosoever did so, irrespective of the fact whether that member is associated with us or not, that is condemnable. I condemn it and everybody should condemn it in the same way. Third point is, you said that she is member of ISA or not. No, we really don't care about whether she is member of ISA or not, because ISA is itself in questions. The state president of ISA unit, Mr. Anmol Rattan, he himself got suffered in this.
Abhishek Verma, my producer, just to inform you, and I'll let you finish your answer. My producer is just getting that interaction ready of a member of the ABVP who spoke to our reporter here on this channel today in Delhi. I will just play that out for you, but finish your answer because I want you to hear that, where the person is very clearly saying all of the things that Kavita Krishnan has pointed out. If we have that ready, can we just play it out, please?
Amit Dawar.
जो रेप कमेंट्स और इस तरह का जो कुछ लड़कियों को रेप थ्रेट्स आ रहे हैं, दे आर आउटराइट नेमिंग एबीवीपी इन दैट. व्हाई आर दे नेमिंग एबीवीपी? अगर नहीं,
अगर किसी भी छात्रा को अगर रेप थ्रेट आ रहे हैं तो मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ दिल्ली पुलिस से वो कंप्लेन करे. अब तक हमारे नजर में और हमारे कानों तक ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है कि किसी को थ्रेट किया गया है. ये सब वही वामपंथी नक्सली लोग हैं जो जिनकी कोई ईमान धर्म नहीं बचा है. वो जिस देश में रहते हैं उस देश को गाली देते हैं, कश्मीर की आज़ादी मांगते हैं, बस्तर की आज़ादी मांगते हैं और देश विरोधी नारे लगाते हैं. वही उन्होंने जेएनयू में किया. अब उनकी नजर दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय पर है और हम ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होने देंगे.
बट एक बात बताइए, दिस गर्ल हु इज क्लेमिंग दैट शी इज गेटिंग रेप थ्रेट्स फ्रॉम एबीवीपी इज अ डॉटर ऑफ अ कारगिल मार्टियर. सो व्हाई इज शी गेटिंग रेप थ्रेट्स रिगार्डिंग दिस?
देखिए, अगर गुरमोहर कौर को अगर रेप थ्रेट आ रहे तो वो मैं उनसे कहना चाहता हूं कि जिसने भी उनको दिया है आप प्लीज उनकी कंप्लेंट कीजिए अगर ऐसा कुछ है. लेकिन हम जानते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. ये सब एक सोच समझी साजिश है और गुरमोहर कौर एक आईएसआर एक्टिविस्ट है जो कि इस मामले में शामिल है. और ये बड़ी शर्मसार कर देती है कि वो इस तरह अपने पिताजी का नाम यूज कर रही है, उन्हें बदनाम कर रही है.
What about the other girls in DU? There's this tension created over here. As you can see over here also, today also, after the Ramjas controversy that erupted, there's total tension in DU. There was never tension like this in DU. What do you have to say? Is it not because of AVP?
देखिए, हमारी तरफ से कोई टेंशन नहीं है. अगर आप देखोगे तो दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय का सामान्य छात्र आज अखिल भारतीय विद्यार्थी परिषद के साथ खड़ा है और लगातार अपने उनसे जुड़ रहा है. कि सामान्य छात्र को भी पता है कि अगर कोई हमारी माता को गाली देता है तो हमें गुस्सा आता है. लेकिन इन वामपंथी कम्युनिस्ट लोगों ने हमारी पूरी भारत माता को, पूरे भारत देश को गाली दी है. तो कोई सामान्य छात्र ऐसा नहीं सुन सकता. और आज की डेट में युवा अग्रसर है अपने देश के लिए, तो वो देश के लिए सोचता है, देश के लिए करता है. और इन जैसे जो देश विरोधी जो नारे यहाँ लगाए गए हैं, जो देशद्रोह, उमर खाली जैसे जिन पे देशद्रोह का चार्ज लगे, वो उनको नहीं सुनना चाहते, वो नहीं देखना चाहते. और हमारी दिल्ली प्रशासन से डिमांड है कि ऐसे देशद्रोहियों को कैंपस में ना आने दिया जाए.
But there's a thing called freedom of speech. Even if there are students of JNU or other universities who are coming to express their views, maybe against to what you think, but they have their own views. Why can't they come and express their views?
फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच की अगर हम बात करते हैं, ठीक है, सबको फ्रीडम ऑफ स्पीच का राइट है, बिल्कुल हम नहीं बिल्कुल मानते. लेकिन उमर खाली जैसे जो कि जेएनयू में बैन है, सस्पेंड किया गया है जेएनयू विश्वविद्यालय से, उसे हम अपने दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में नहीं आने देंगे. और उसका पूरा अगर वो आएगा उसका पूरा विरोध किया जाएगा क्योंकि वो देशद्रोही है, उस पर देशद्रोह का चार्ज लगा है. कोई आता है अपनी बात रखता है, हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अगर उस दिन इवेंट हुआ था, हमें इवेंट से कोई समस्या नहीं थी. हमें समस्या थी कि उमर खाली से, कि उमर खाली जैसे देशद्रोही हम अपने कैंपस में नहीं आने देंगे और बिल्कुल नहीं आने देंगे.
Abhishek Verma, you just heard Amit Dawar, who's the General Secretary of the ABVP, use words like बदनाम. वो अपने बाप को यूज कर रही है, वो अपने फादर को बदनाम कर रही है. He has said things like this is a conspiracy. ये वो लेफ्ट कम्युनिस्ट वाले ये कर रहे हैं, हम नहीं कर रहे. He goes on to say that young people feel aggression. He used the word aggression towards their country. And this is the aggression that you're seeing play out. Why hasn't the ABVP come out and said that we stand by this girl, we stand by this young lady, do not give her rape threats, do not attack her. We have no problem, because you started off the show saying that you're proud of her as a daughter of this country. Why hasn't that statement been made? And respond to what you just heard your colleague say.
Yeah, should I answer now?
Please go ahead.
In the very beginning, what Mr. Amit Dawar said was like, if she has any issue regarding her security, or if she has got any sort of threat about raping, about getting raped, what he said is, he's mentioned one thing: if she is really threatened from anybody, she should go and file a complaint to the police. That's really very right, because even this shows that he's really concerned about her, and everybody is concerned, because if anybody is getting any sort of threat, be it rape threat, be it physical assault threat, be it terror threat.
We know that what we need to do. We know what we need to
go to
do.
police station.
You let me respond to
We
that.
know.
You let me
We know what
respond
to
to
do. We know what to do when we get the rape threat. We need to go to the police.
Kavita Krishnan, what happens when women
safety.
complain to the Delhi police about rape threats?
We know that.
Kavita Krishnan, what happens when when women complain to the Delhi police about rape threats?
Exactly. Actually,
Ma'am, please let me answer.
no, even on February 22nd, many women actually went to ask the Delhi police to file an FIR, and the Delhi police refused to file an FIR against the ABVP. Instead, they attacked the students who were asking for an FIR, which is their constitutional right. I also would like to point out, since we are talking about rape here. No, just let me finish what I'm saying. You can respond to what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. I want to point out here that the issue that you are trying to said that anybody
on 22nd of February,
yeah,
I was in the police station.
There is ample video evidence of this, Abhishek. You can't deny that. There is ample video evidence of what happened. And the Delhi police also attacked women students as well as women journalists there. They also abused them. Because your Delhi police is acting almost as an arm of the ABVP and an arm of the central government.
No,
Abba Singh, is that enough from your point of view? Is that enough to say that if you faced a death threat, go to the police? Obviously, if you're not going to the police, this is a conspiracy that you are actually sending death threats to yourself.
I would like to make a point. I would like to make a point before going forward.
It's not a conspiracy. I've been listening to Kavita Krishnan, and when she says, please, just a minute, when Kavita Krishnan says that the police did not register a complaint that the women were being threatened of rape, why did she not go to the senior officers? There is a provision 166A of the IPC which was added after Nirbhaya incident, Criminal Law Amendment Act, that if a police does not register a complaint against in a women issue, especially against sexual assault, they themselves can be sent behind bars. And that is for 2 years.
Doing that.
I think after Rohit Vemula thing, the Congress and the left have been trying to politicize the youth movement, and there are all vested interests which are trying to aggravate the issue. If it was a simple issue of sexual threat, Kavita Krishnan is literate enough to have gone to the court.
We have approached senior police officers. Senior police officers have been approached, Abha Singh. Senior police officers have been approached. Senior police officers have been approached, and even they have refused to take action there. Senior police officers.
Okay. I just want to ask Abhishek, and I'll take this question. I just want to put this up on the screen right now. This is the message, Abha Singh. This is the message that Gurmehar put out on the first day. She said, I am not scared of the ABVP. This was the message that she put out. Abhishek Verma,
yes.
What in this message was so offensive to the ABVP? What was the need then to target this girl? Because all she has said is, I am not afraid.
Nobody is targeting her. What if she is saying that I am not afraid of ABVP? We want to make it clear that nobody should be afraid of ABVP, because whenever any student in Delhi University, any neutral student in Delhi University is concerned about anything, ABVP stands with them. Be it the issue when the anti-national slogans were raised in Ramjas. Let me ask this question to her. If she denies it, I have the video. On 21st of February, the anti-national slogans were raised there. They were demanding for Bastar ki azadi.
No, that video is doctored, as you very well know.
No. See, I don't want to get sidelined on this debate. My issue here is the safety of women. I don't want to get sidelined on this debate about anti-national slogans. That's not what we are discussing. That's not what we are discussing. We are discussing rape threats, Abhishek Verma. We are discussing rape threats. We're not discussing anti-national slogans. This is not a channel for that. I want to make that very, very clear. Vikram Singh, former DGP of UP, just the fact that this girl, and it is obvious, it is a public forum, it is obvious for anybody to enter these public forums and scroll down and notice the mention of ABVP repeatedly in these threats that she's receiving, and the gruesome details to which she's receiving these threats. Vikram Singh,
Ms. Anka, this is not looking at those thousands of tweets which everybody is making that I support ABVP. Lakhs of students from all over the country are posting these tweets that I support ABVP.
Abhishek Verma, I'm not arguing with tweets of support. I am arguing against tweets that threaten rape. Vikram Singh, it has to be made very clear that a tweet or a Facebook post that threatens to gruesomely rape or murder someone is a crime, irrespective
Obviously,
of what
it's a
that
crime,
person's
Faith,
political views
and
may
any
have been.
person who has made these threats need to be accounted for. The first step would be to lodge a police FIR, then pursue it vigorously. This is perfectly doable to identify the person either from the addresses, if genuine, and if fake, from the IP addresses. It is absolutely simple, and if the police are serious, they can get hold of the culprits in no time. Then if they do not do it, which I have my very serious reservations, then it would be sending a very negative signal. It would be sending absolutely conflicting signals. Are you serious about women's security? Are you serious about such brazen threats? And if you're not serious, what kind of signals, what kind of protection are you providing to the women of the NCR and our students? And
I want to ask Sandeep Singh this question. Sandeep Singh.
Vikram sir, I buy your suggestion, and even we demand the same thing. We want the Delhi police should go and search for the culprit if somebody did so. But that will prove one thing.
No, there's no question of if somebody did so. Abhishek Verma, it's available for everybody to see on Facebook. There's no question of if somebody did so. Naveen Chomal, as per the letter of the law, shouldn't the police also take suo moto action right now? Because it's obvious that there is a crime that has happened. Now, whether it is somebody who has done this in a dark room pretending to be somebody they are not, shouldn't the police get to the bottom of this? Naveen Chomal, shouldn't there be suo moto action taken against these threats to show that this is a crime that we will not take lightly?
Yes. Thank you very much for giving me a turn to speak. And I would demand that I should be allowed to speak uninterruptedly if you have any regards for ideological exchange of arguments.
My question was of suo moto action from the police.
Yes, but my answer will be certainly covering different issues.
Suo moto action from the police.
That anybody will tell you that there should be a suo moto action by the police. There is not even dispute about it.
No, I'm asking you as a lawyer. You're here as a lawyer. You're here as a lawyer. So this constant need for this victim, this constant need saying, let her go file a police complaint, let her go file a police complaint. Technically, in a case like this, which is as serious as this, where according to the research my team has given me, it is 7 years jail and a fine, the police should and could technically take suo moto action. There is no need for this victim, this young lady who is afraid for her life, to have to constantly go to the police station and file a complaint. The police can and should take action themselves. Shouldn't they, Naveen Chomal?
It's so simple. Obviously, answer is one word. Yes, that's all. But if you want me to speak something more...
Go ahead now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Please, I would expect the honesty and decency to let me speak something. First of all, I am strongly objecting to the very convenient conclusion against the ABVP that it is the ABVP which is issuing the threats. So, I strongly denied it, and ABVP has always been denying. I myself have been a worker of ABVP since my young age, and we have been having Bhagiri in us, means the sisters in us, and ABVP is the only organization which has been having a large number of girls with us, and we have been working since decades along boys and girls together for the patriotic cause, coming from cultured families. And talking about hooliganism, it is the leftist parties, the organizations which have been doing hooliganism in Bengal, Kerala and all these places. NSU has been doing in Maharashtra, and all this we have seen with our eyes. And today, what they have lost in JNU, even the Supreme Court has upheld the charge of sedition against these people, Umar Khalid and Kanhaiya.
No, we're not talking about this. We're talking about this young lady. We're not talking about
the Supreme Court has not upheld the charge of sedition. That's a complete lie. That's a complete lie. I'm sorry. In fact, the Delhi police has not.
So the entire incident is all well orchestrated.
No, see, we are not talking about Umar Khalid. Let me make it very clear. My issue here is women's safety. Naveen Chomal, over and over again.
There is no dispute about it. There is no dispute about it. No dispute about it. Everybody is supporting women's safety. Even ABVP is supporting it. So don't put words in your mouth. But
Naveen Chomal,
that is what meets the eye.
आप इतना upset क्यों हो रहे? What is this aggression that we are seeing?
Ultimately, what the agenda seems to be, someone show ABVP in bad light. That is what I am objecting to.
Why are you getting upset?
No, not upset. It is the convenient agenda behind what the discussion. That is what I am objecting to it.
Ma'am, Aggression is about
I would like to
Anybody will
issue of
support
rape.
that.
Sandeep
There should
Singh.
be no death threat to a
We've
woman.
heard you out. Sandeep Singh.
I would like to say something on the issue of rape.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Kavita Krishnan, and then Sandeep Singh will respond to you. Go ahead, Kavita Krishnan.
Yeah. I want to say something on the subject of rape in our country very briefly, and I would like not to be interrupted as I say that. I want to point out here that we are talking about a rape threat and to a young woman student, and now it's become a national issue. We're discussing it on television. But I want to remind you that the context in which we are doing this, the issue that Ramjas College wanted to discuss that day, was the fact that there is a large number, some 14 women who complained of rape by security and police forces in Bastar. The NHRC took notice of this and ordered the filing of an FIR because the police there, including the chief of police there, refused to file any kind of FIR there against their own men. The NHRC now took notice, but the police threatened the women activists who helped the NHRC go meet those women. All right, this is a reality in our country. Because Ramjas College wanted to discuss this, they said that this is anti-national. I've been on other shows today where I'm being told that talking about rape.
Politicizing this issue of women's safety. Again, you're coming back to
but
the politics.
fact that
you are not
Okay, I give you a hearing, Kavita Krishnan.
I'm sorry.
One second. Kavita Krishnan, we heard you out. We did not interrupt you. I'm giving the floor to Sandeep Singh, who has been patiently listening so far. We're talking about women's safety. We're talking about women's safety. I'm putting on the screen right now these horrific
we can't talk about
threats.
justice for them when they are raped. Why is it anti-national to talk about them being raped?
Why you
Right.
are using
Is
rape
it anti-national to make
Yes,
a rape
I
threat
have-
only when it is a daughter of somebody?
I'll go and make out 5 points,
Yes.
and I hope everybody will have patience to hear me out.
Yes. Go ahead. We're listening. Go ahead. And the audience can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, the first point is that, the problem with the police is that whom to arrest, because the threat might have been made by a mobile phone or a desktop or a Facebook or a Twitter, And maybe that's the reason why police has never arrested people, those who killed and raped in Kerala, West Bengal, Kashmiri Pandits, So,
let me point out to you.
I'll just give me 2 more things to add.
Just to respond to what you said, I have a list of 10 different cases. In one case, it was a class 9 student in Rampur in 2015, where the police have picked up people for making what they call objectionable comments on the internet, and a lot of them,
Yeah,
none
they
of them.
picked up one in Bombay also.
Yes, in 24 hours.
Yes.
So it's possible to do
Correct,
so.
but
So it's not
very
about.
selective,
I don't know
Mulayam
who
Singh
to
said,
pick
"Bachchon
up."
se galti hoti hai."
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Yes.
And the other part is that if Bharat ke tukde honge is a freedom of expression, then rape threat should also be considered as freedom of
I
expression.
beg your pardon, sir.
You need to
I
be
beg you.
very careful where we have been moving out.
Hang on. No.
We have been pushing the youth. We have been pushing the young generation so that freedom of expression is everything. If someone stands with the enemy, he'll be treated like an enemy. We have seen what happened to Saurav Kalia. She has disowned her father's martyrdom. She has insulted everybody who has died for this country.
Don't drag me into your politics. There is no circumstance. There is no circumstance under which a rape threat is a freedom of expression. No,
she herself has got into
absolutely not.
politics.
I refuse to let you get away with saying this.
Her father was not only her father, he was a soldier of India.
I don't care. Yogita Bayana.
An enemy can be treated in any way that deserves. We have seen what happened to Saurav Kalia. You can't be selective on freedom of expression.
How dare you?
Yes,
no.
I'm there in front of you.
Even if you think,
it's my mother, it's Bharat Mata, what we say.
There is no enemy.
It's also freedom of expression.
This has not yet charge-sheeted anybody. They have not arrested those who
You have seen what has happened in Kerala. You kill people every week, you murder families, you throw kids out of bus, you throw kids out of train. You have seen what has happened in West Bengal, and you think you can do it all over India? Sorry, you are mistaken.
You have displayed. You have displayed. 1 second, Kavita Krishnan. Naveen Chomal, speak when I give you a question. We agreed on that.
To other panelists also,
yes,
please.
I'm asking everybody.
Why are you so selective about
Naveen Chomal, I'm asking everybody to stop for a
anti-national people are
second.
given chance to speak so very clearly.
I'm asking.
When we try to speak, you muzzle our voice.
Naveen Chomal, are you quite done? Anti-national. Who are you calling? Are you calling me anti-national? Are you calling me anti-national?
If you are supporting anti-national views, I'll call you also anti-national.
What?
Vikram Singh.
Supporting
Vikram
the people
Singh.
saying Bharat
You
Mata
guys
ke
are
kapde
anti-women.
to be a
Vikram Singh.
freedom of speech and expression,
Under what
then you are also
circumstance?
anti-nationals.
Under
So many
what
media people are getting
circumstance?
exposed for the anti-national
Vikram
views.
Singh.
Raising the
Vikram
bogey of
Singh.
something which has not happened.
Vikram Singh, under what circumstance is a rape threat
Now you could have
freedom of
violated the charge
expression?
of-
What
I
circumstance
fail
is
to
a rape
understand,
threat
Faye, I
freedom
fail
of
to
expression?
understand the logic behind. Mr. Sandeep Singh is a very reputed writer. Let us not confuse the issues. We may have personal opinions about things, but if Mr. Sandeep Singh, I were to threaten you now on the television, you have every right to go to the police and book me. That is one thing.
That is
and a
obvious,
political
everybody
slogan
knows.
is something
We don't
entirely
need it from
another.
you.
There are senior lawyers here sitting in there that they
He's
can.
speaking, please let him speak.
And if I may, I have practiced lodging of FIR for 36 years and I know what I'm talking about. If I threaten Mr. Sandeep Singh now, he is at liberty to go to the police station. But if I raise a political slogan is a political slogan. Let us not mix things together.
Sir, can you explain
Mr.
me
Singh,
what happened when Mulayam Singh said बच्चों से गलती हो जाती है? What did UP police do?
that is for Mr. Mulayam Singh, but between the UP police, sir, one, you cannot have two wrongs, do
Even
not
though
make
you are a
one
UP
right.
cop.
That
You are-
one
you
is
are-
observation.
You are from UP cadre, right, sir?
Yes,
Abbas
and
Singh.
UP has the worst
Absolutely,
record
I'm
of
from UP
offences
cadre,
against
but
women.
that
Abbas
is
Singh.
that I am responsible
Kailash
for
Abhi
what
Abhi
happened
Abhi
in Uttar Pradesh.
Abbas Singh.
Just as you
Abbas
are
Singh.
not
Under what
responsible for
circumstance?
Again, sir,
There's
we'll
a
come to
one second. I just want to. I want a moment of silence from everybody.
Let us
Abbas
have
Singh.
clarity.
Right.
Let
Vikram
us
Singh
have
is making,
clarity.
is
Let
making
us
his
not
point.
confuse
Abbas Singh,
issues.
under what circumstance is a rape threat freedom of expression? And I want to repeat what Sandeep Singh said today. She has made herself an enemy, and enemies don't have a choice on how they will be treated.
Yeah, Saurabh Kalia didn't had.
All right. Let Abbas Singh answer. Abbas Singh.
Even in a battleground, there is the Vienna Convention, there are diplomatic rules
you.
where even an enemy soldier cannot be treated like this. He has to be treated with dignity and follow the law of the land. So even if you say there are two different things, even if a person is anti-national, you cannot threaten him with rape or her with rape. You cannot violate the law when it is an offense under criminal intimidation. I think these goons need to be arrested, and to justify threat to rape, saying that you are not respecting the country is bizarre. Such explanation cannot be tolerated. You cannot say because somebody is anti-national, hence you are being threatened with rape.
Well
it is
taken,
absolutely
well taken.
wrong. It
Let her
shows
finish.
the gundaism of these lumpen elements, and because Delhi police has not taken action till now, they are further emboldened to talk this rubbish.
Delhi
Well
police
taken,
is
well
just
taken.
following what police follow in other states.
Thanks for at least admitting logically that Gurmehar Singh is anti-national.
She
That's
did
what
not
we
admit
wanted.
that.
What are you
She
talking,
did not
man?
admit
She
that.
got
And that
rape
is
threats.
No,
We are
she is
calling
not
her
anti-national.
Come on.
Anyone, you cannot say that something freedom of expression is anti-national. And who are you to decide? Who are you to decide? Everybody is a citizen.
You were
She is a citizen of this country.
You cannot say that you have a bigger stake in the country than her.
Entire nation will spit on your face if you start saying that Bharat mein 100 tukde honge.
You cannot be a bigger guardian of this country.
She has lost
It
her
is her
father.
country too. Her father gave her his life for the
But she
country.
has disowned her father by calling Pakistan didn't kill his father.
And what
She has insulted the martyrdom of his own father.
How is she insulting the martyrdom of her own
Yes,
father?
yes.
Who are you
You are
to
just-
decide?
We are the citizens of the nation.
Yeah,
We are the
everybody
sons of
knows
the
it's the
soil.
Pakistan who killed.
Why
are you
only
to decide?
only
Pakistan who
leftist
killed.
media
She's no one to give justice. If she
So,
can,
Keep
if she can
singing
give
the
judgment,
songs
so
of
can I.
political parties.
She
You
has
want
given
to
the judgment.
wins. I
She
think
has
you
not
have
given
done
the
the
judgment.
freedom
Only the
of
anti-national
freedom
can
of
give
the country.
judgment. Only the
So if I
anti-national
give
media can
judgment,
give
it is the
judgment.
law of
problem.
the land which will decide the issue.
If she can give
It
the
is the
judgment,
law
then
of
so
the
can
land
I.
which will
And
decide
so
the
can
issue,
everybody
not
in this
ABVP
country.
or any other
And that freedom of
student
expression is with
organization.
everybody, and the right to give
Who
judgment,
are
if she
you?
has, then
Nobody
everyone
has
else
given
has.
you the right.
You can't be
You are not the
selective.
judiciary, you are not the police.
Yeah,
You
but she
cannot
is
be the
also
extra
not.
constitutional
But once you
authority
cross
to
the
take law
line, then
in your own
everybody has a
hands.
right to
Who
cross the
decides
line.
the line? Who
Nobody.
decides the
She has
line?
given the judgment.
Only the national interest to decide the line.
National interest decides the line. It's
Who
perfect.
decides the national interest?
We decide the
We
entire
decide the
nation
citizen of
decides.
country.
Rather, senior politicians who are shielding behind these youngsters, these kids who should be studying and focusing on their future rather than fighting amongst themselves.
Perfect.
These
Let's
senior
close down
leaders
JNU.
should
You are
come
calling
forward and
Omar
have a
Khalid
spine
the
to talk
enemy of
about
our
it
nation to
openly,
give
get
speech
these
against the
others
nation.
arrested,
And you are
and take
teaching us
actions again
that
and show
students
some
should be
kind of a
concentrating on
roadmap for
studies.
this.
What were your students doing then?
These
The rape
youngsters
threat
are shielded.
made by ABVP supporters
No,
Again,
no,
the
no.
topic is being
We strongly
shifted
decline.
Umar Khalid and what not.
ABVP has got nothing to do with the threats.
Okay, Naveen Chomal, the investigation against what happened in JNU is still on for you to decide without the investigation.
He has said Bharat Maa ke 100 tukde honge.
How do you know?
What? How do you know? Even the media has also
Have you seen the video?
Suddenly for the
Have you seen the video?
denying the facts.
Have you
We
seen
don't
the
deny the
video?
facts only for the
Have
sake
you
of
seen the
argument.
video?
Yes, we have seen the video. We have seen the video.
You've made up your mind. So you think rape is okay?
Nobody is justifying rape.
Rape threats are
Please
okay.
don't put words in our mouth. It is the logic what Sandeep Singh had said. That if you are trying to cover that Bharat Maa ke 100 tukde honge should be a freedom of speech or expression, that's why he's saying that by that analogy, even
this young lady has not said anything of the sort. She said, I am not scared of the ABVP. That is what she has said.
So
You
what
want her
does
to
it
be scared?
mean? What does it mean? Did ABVP scare anybody? No.
She has
It's
said,
a patriotic organization.
Naveen Chomal,
She's
I am
trying
not,
to
I'll tell you what,
ultimately she's trying to say
Naveen Chomal, I am not
ABVP
scared
is
of
trying
you.
to threaten everybody.
Naveen Chomal, I am not scared of you. Have I offended you by telling you I'm not scared of
Definitely,
you?
it means that I am trying to scare people.
No.
It is so logical.
Yes.
Don't
You're
you
not
have common
scary.
sense and
This is
logic?
exactly
If
what
somebody
you
is saying,
common
I'm not scared of
No,
it,
no,
means
no, no, this is
that's why he's
biased.
trying to bully somebody.
No, I'm not
It is
scared
trying
of
to
you, Naveen
portray
Chomal.
ABVP is in the bad light, saying that
If I
ABVP
tell
is
you
trying to scare
you want
people.
people to be scared of you, I'm telling you I'm not scared of you.
Yeah,
How is that
come on.
offensive?
Don't you have common sense and logic, Mr.
I have
Fair?
plenty of common
Yes,
sense and logic, Naveen
so
Chomal.
when
What are you
somebody
saying?
says that I'm not scared of ABVP, it means that she's trying to portray that ABVP is trying to bully somebody.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And this is wrong. She has no conclusion.
If I may.
She has no conclusion.
It is debatable if she is right or wrong.
See, what has been happening is all these years leftist-minded media has been given even a lot of scope to the leftist-minded people and the anti-national to speak on the channels. But whenever patriots come to speak, you muzzle our voice.
When the law faculty dean,
Nobody's
the
muzzling your
dean
voice.
of
In fact,
law
we heard you
faculty
loud
was
and
a
clear,
woman,
Naveen
Ved
Chomal.
Kumari.
We
She
heard
had
exactly
hot
what
tea
you
thrown
said.
in her
We saw
face
how
by the
worked up you
ABVP.
got.
Even you got worked up.
She had tea thrown in her face
When
by
the
the
national
ABVP.
interest is being affected,
No, man.
everybody is going to be worked
Don't
up.
lie. Don't make any superstitious comment over here. What are you saying? What happened in law faculty? I was there. Please, what are you saying?
In fact, it shows the patriarchal mindset of these people.
The law faculty dean had
It shows the
hot tea thrown
misogynistic
at her
patriarchal
face
mindset
by the ABVP.
that if a
She
young
is
girl
Miss
expresses
Ved
her
Kumari.
mind, you threaten
She
her
is a
with
woman.
rape.
Young
She was
girl
attacked
saying,
by
just like
by
Daud Ibrahim
ABVP
said,
students in
that-
law
Nobody
faculty.
brought up Daud Ibrahim.
Yes,
You
yes,
did,
yes.
Naveen
No,
Chomal.
no. Just as Daud Ibrahim said that I didn't kill Hindus, it was the bombs which did. The same lady saying, my father was not killed by Pakistan, it was the war which did. She's-
Kind of hooliganism.
What her
She's
father,
making
he was
a
an Indian
patriotism
soldier
rape threat.
and he was killed by Pakistan.
What kind of
And she's trying to
patriotism is
absolve
kick
Pakistan.
teachers
She's
of
trying to
answers
say
to a
it
question.
is a state-sponsored terrorism.
You are
So
simply
fighting against
shouting
Pakistan is
continuously. You are simply
state-sponsored
shouting
terrorism.
continuously, and you are not
protecting
answering
our
the
nation
simple
interest
question.
is a state-sponsored hatred.
So
That
if
is
she
what
has
her
said
views
that,
are.
so
ultimately
Will I be
she is
heard?
absolving Pakistan, the enemies of the nation,
If
and
she
she's
has.
supporting
So-
people who are saying
Will I be
Bharat Maa ke
heard?
saath tukde
May I get a
honge.
chance to
So
speak?
this the freedom of speech and expression. So ultimately this is the lady who should respond. She is the one who has defended her own father who has
So-
led and not
You
led
want
the
the
nation.
in your opinion,
And yet
so
you threatened her
So-
with rape.
listen,
She is
listen,
listen,
listen.
that's what I'm saying.
Nobody
That's all I am confining myself
threatened
to.
by any other
Yogita Bayana,
people
go ahead.
Pakistan. We are threatened by our own people like Mr. Naveen and people like Mr. Sandeep and ABVP. All these political parties, whether it is ABVP, leftists and NSUI, anybody, they are using these kids and these youngsters as the tool and the weapons to create riots and to create such kind of
Madam,
antisocial
please stick to the
threats.
facts. ABP has never
No,
done
I'm
it.
sticking to the
It is a
facts.
leftist
Your
organization being
senior
supported by
leader
Maoists.
should come
Please,
forward.
Mr. Naveen,
You
ABP has never done it.
using youngsters.
Don't try to
You
lead the
read the history of
Stop
what
using
Beijing has
the
supported the
youngsters.
AISA.
I'm going to go
Stop it
back to
now.
Vikram
Enough.
Singh and we are going to
Enough,
stick
you
with the
bloody
facts.
So go by the history, go by the facts.
I'm going to stay.
Sake of argument, don't try to portray wrong facts on the channel.
I'm going to stay with Vikram Singh and Abha Singh here, and we're going to stay with the letter of the law. One second, ladies and gentlemen.
See, there
Ladies
is
and
no
gentlemen,
dispute
one
about the
second.
letter of the law. Everybody is
Vikram
agreeing today
Vikram Singh.
that there should be no death threats or rape threats to women.
Vikram
And
Singh,
the law is clear.
you just
we don't
said she
require
should be
anybody to tell us
scorned.
this thing.
You
But
just
the
said
point
she should
is
be
that
scorned.
ABP has got no concern with it.
Vikram
They're trying, it's a well orchestrated.
Naveen Chomal, we've heard you out. Naveen Chomal, I want to go to Vikram Singh and Abha Singh and stay with the facts and the letters of the law. I will start with Vikram Singh. Vikram Singh. We just heard Naveen Chomal say, and I'm repeating point number one, she said because she has said what she has said, hence the conclusion is this, so she should be scorned.
No, yes. She should be scorned, that's all.
Faye, it's a very scary situation. It's a very scary situation. If we are meting out this treatment to Gurmehar, I shudder at the thought what is going to be the fate of those women accused of crime inside the jails. Do they not deserve decent law treatment as mandated by law and by the constitution, or will it going to be a free for all? Is it going to be a Talibani dispensation of justice?
Absolutely,
I would say that.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Mr.
My dear sir, but your actions, your thinking process betrays the other.
Logic. Only thing
logic to logic.
Our logic is when you people are saying that
he heard you. That is Vikram Singh. He's a decorated police officer. He has said nothing of the sort.
He's trying to put
no. He has said no. Do not insult my guest. Mr. Vikram Singh is a very senior decorated police officer. Do not you dare question his integrity.
See, I'm not questioning his integrity. I'm arguing him logically.
No.
His logic I'm arguing.
Let him finish talking. What is this argument if you don't even listen to what he's saying?
Our patriotism is second to none. We are not here to take tutorials on patriotism from anyone. I hope this is very clear. Nobody's patriotism is second to anyone's here. Let us not claim to be the repository of all patriotism. Now, dispensation of law, dispensation of justice has to be within the ambit of the Constitution, not on whimsical grounds, not on personal prejudices. Much as we may disagree or agree to disagree, that is no reason for us to take pot shots at a person, much less a girl who happens to be the daughter of a martyr. We may have 100 disagreements, but that girl requires mercy, justice, and dispensation of justice as per the Constitution, and not on my personal whimsical and choices.
Abba
Singh,
Singh,
my case.
Absolutely, very well said, Mr. Vikram Singh. Abba Singh, when we hear things like, when she crosses the line, Abba Singh, 1 second. We heard these things being said today on this very show, and this show has always been a show that has stood by the women of this country. We take it very personally. These are the things we heard. When she crosses the line, when she hurts the sentiment, we will decide. We are the people.
We're just taking one part of this.
No. Abba will respond. She heard all of it. She was also part of it. Abba,
everybody had it on record.
That is scary, Abba.
Exactly, it's very scary, and all this has happened because the police did not perform its duty. Had it registered an FIR and investigated that who were the people who were threatening her, whether it was a political conspiracy, whether there were people trying to instigate her, all this would have been set to rest had police acted on time, registered an FIR, arrested the goons who had threatened her. But by police inaction, all this confusion has happened. Nonetheless, if the police is not acting, people should go to the court, let the court order an FIR so that these goons are arrested. And the most important issue is you cannot threaten any woman of rape, even if she speaks anything. Those two things are totally different. You are not the...
Well said, Abaji.
Abba Singh was making a very good point that we're going to get her back on that connection. In the meantime, Durga Rao is a senior citizen on the phone line from Hyderabad who's called us in reaction to this show. Mr. Rao, good evening. If you can hear me, you're on the show. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
We should be very serious to see the country is safe for the woman. And anything like that happens, the police should take action. And, I have 5 granddaughters in Canada, and they don't want to come here because of these threats. I mean, the country has become so unpredictable for the woman, and it should be safe. It was not like this when I was a little girl. Things are gone back to us, and I think we should put it back in the right track. Women should be safe to travel around, go around without these threats.
Absolutely. Travel around, go around and have opinions without these threats. Yogita Bayana?
Yes, Faye. Faye, I would like to say, listening to all this, that it is so unfortunate where this women's safety issue is going towards. Rather than taking a stand with this girl, they all are calling her anti-nationals. This is so unfortunate. And even NCW, National Commission for Women, could have taken suo motu on this. They have all the authority and the right. Abha Singh would agree with me, and they should have done something on this. And this poor girl is struggling to contain her own dignity. Rather, the nation should stand by her. We are making comments on her, and it's so brave of her to come forward, and she's the only hope we have now in our country. And people like them, like using and misusing the youth of our country, whether it is ABVP, NSUI, leftists, they are all misusing our youth, which are supposed to be including in the nation building. They are misused as in the they are going to be weapon to create riots and weapon to create sustainability in this country. I think this is a very serious issue, and really it is like very disheartening to me. I'm so sorry to be here with such a people, like those who say even rape threat is can be a freedom of speech. I'm sorry to hear all these comments.
Well, Abhishek Verma, the president of the Delhi University unit of the ABVP, is kindly still on the phone with us. Abhishek, thank you for staying with us. You've heard the conversation so far. And my question to you is simply this. And this is my stand from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. It doesn't matter what anybody's opinion is. There is a court of law, and there is a law and order machinery to actually decide whether someone is guilty or not, which, to be fair, Abhishek, you also pointed out in the beginning of the show. If someone has made a threat against you, go to the police and file your complaint. So if you have, or if the rest of any of your colleagues have felt that there has been a statement made that hurts sentiments, and there is an ironclad law about that, shouldn't you have also just filed a complaint with the police instead of taking matters into your own hands? That has now led to the situation that we are in today, where a young lady of 20 years is receiving horrific threats.
Lady Anchor, I would like to say one thing once again. Whatever threats she is receiving, if these threats are really true, I really condemn them, and these threats should be stopped immediately. And I even request the police and the machinery that they should really inquire about the threats, and they should really bring the culprits in front of everybody. And I'm 100% sure if somebody is being arrested by the police, he will have no affiliations with ABVP. Because ABVP really doesn't allow, not even iota of percentage is over there. We really condemn this type of acts. And in ABVP, we learn how to respect women, how to learn every citizen of India.
Abhishek Verma, if you're going to take matters into your own hands, instead of filing a complaint with the police, like you are expecting this young lady to do, aren't you encouraging aggression?
No, please. I would like to remind you one thing. 2 days ago, in the National Daily, The Hindu, a photo was portrayed, and it was showing that ABVP activist is attacking on others. While that person who was portrayed in that photo, that is the Delhi State President of SFI, Mr. Prashant Mukherjee. This is the bias of the media that you guys are blaming ABVP without any sort of conclusive proofs with you. And this is what I am concerned about. This is everybody is concerned about. That why are you just merely making allegations on ABVP? Go, let the police do its work. Let the police do what they want to do. Let the administration do what they want to do and what is required at this time. Don't just make allegations on ABVP. You are trying to tarnish the image on ABVP.
I'd like to come in there.
Okay, fair enough. Let the police do its work.
I'd like to
in fact, one second. Kavita Krishna, I'll come back to you. We ran a poll on our Twitter handle today asking if this sort of cyberbullying is a crime and if these people should be arrested immediately. 80% of the people who voted said absolutely yes, that any sort of threat being made on social networking needs to be treated like a crime. And the truth is that according to our law, it is a crime. But unfortunately, nobody is treating it like a crime. There is no one being arrested. The police is not getting to the bottom of it. Like Vikram Singh said, either through that person's identity, or if it happens to be a false identity, like many members of this panel have pointed out, then find the person and arrest that person and make an example of it, so that the next time someone decides to put a rape threat out against a woman, they will think twice about the fact that the police will be on them in less than 24 hours. If that is not happening, which it is not happening today, people are going to think that women on social networking are free game. People are going to believe that they can make decisions about our patriotism. They're going to believe that they can make decisions about whether or not we respect our own fathers, whether or not we are using our own fathers, and our fathers are our own. It is not up to you, any one of you, to decide whether we respect our fathers or whether we respect our mother, which is our country. They are as much ours as they are yours. And just because we are women, it does not mean that we are not allowed to have opinions. This country allows us the ability to have opinions. If your sentiments and your feelings have been hurt, go file a police complaint. That is what the law allows us. We are going to encourage the police of Delhi to take cognizance of what has happened. And if they do not take cognizance of what has happened, we will report it on this channel. But in the meantime, every time a woman has an opinion and she is threatened with rape, somehow we don't have this conversation about men who have opinions. It is the patriarchal system putting us back in our place. That is a system we will not allow to continue. Thanks for watching.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.